Hey, what's up, guys? This is the final stretch of my Pokemon Emerald Seaglass Wishlocke challenge. I just got all 8 badges, and now it's time to go through Victory Road. We only have a handful of trainer fights left, and then it's time to prep for the Elite Four. I have a brand new team of 6 today. 4 new guys. We got Yutus, we got Gamboa, we got Beck, and we have Orlando. And then we have some veterans like Luis, Senja, and Banon. So now it's time to go to Evergrande City and into Victory Road. Alright, before I can go into the tunnels of Victory Road, Wally confronts us and challenges us to a battle. His team of 5 is the same as Vanilla Emerald, except his Roselia and his Magneton have evolved into their updated forms in Roserade and Magnezone. He leads with Altaria, and I have Banon, who has the Choice Specs and has a Sludge Bomb, so it's no surprise that the Sludge Bomb gets the one-shot. Wally then brings out Gardevoir, which is his ace, and even though Banon is weak to Psychic, she more than outspeeds Gardevoir, and we still get the one-shot with a Sludge Bomb. Wally's next Pokemon is his Delcatty, and this thing is the worst Pokemon on his team. Now, Delcatty did get some buffs in this game, if I remember correctly. I think it's just mainly stat buffs. So, originally I switched into Orlando to use the Intimidate. This Delcatty also has Feint Attack. But the Delcatty lands a Sing, and I decided to switch back into Gengar, because there's no way Delcatty would use a resisted Feint Attack on a Dark type, but that's exactly what it does. So that's a little annoying, but I just figured, Banon has the Choice Specs, so we'll just land a Sludge Bomb and get the knockouts. And this is where I pretty much knew that Delcatty has stat boost, because Delcatty just lives on, that has to be 1 HP. That is absolutely insane. And Delcatty lands the 55% accurate Sing. So right here, I've had enough. I switch into Beck, who will outspeed with an extreme speed and gets the knockout. Wally then brings out his Roserade, and I do switch out, and that's because my Beck is Choice Scarf, so I can't start using Flamethrower. I switch into Luis, who gets Leech Seeded. This then requires me to switch back into Beck, who takes a light Giga Drain. Now, I do get Leech Seeded with Beck, but it's still a 2-hit KO with Flamethrower. And then Wally brings out his last Pokemon, which is his Magnezone. I hard switch into Luis on the expected Thunderbolt, and it's just a 2-hit KO with some Earth powers, and that's Wally defeated. Honestly, after Wally, everything else was mostly smooth sailing until I fight this trainer here. She just has 2 Pokemon. She has a Skarmory. I keep Gamboa in, who's able to eventually get the knockout. But her last Pokemon is a Gengar, and that's pretty scary. Now, thinking about it, I could have swapped into Banon here on a resisted Sludge Bomb, but honestly, I didn't know if it was going to use that or Shadow Ball. Both of them could have gotten the kill. So you see, Orlando takes a Sludge Bomb and gets poisoned, would have died on a crit. Beck is not living anything else, so I decided to go into Luis on a resisted Sludge Bomb, and I go for a Thunderbolt because I was afraid that this Gengar has Levitate, and honestly I should have checked Banon's ability to see if it did have it or not. I think it did. So right here, my back is pretty much against the wall, and I gotta use the last Pokemon that I haven't used yet, and that's Yutus, who takes a resisted Ghost-type move, which allows him to be able to tank a Sludge Bomb, and she gets the knockout with an Ancient Power. So that was really scary, and I almost wiped pretty much, I think. But other than that, everything else was pretty easy, and we get to the Elite Four. Yeah, so this is really cool. I've honestly enjoyed this adventure a lot, and to round off the end of this episode, we're going to do my final round of Wish encounters. I have about 8 or 9 here. So the first one is we get a Carvana, and you will be named Kingpin. Up next is Fade the Porygon, Trey the Seedot, Ortega the Chingling, RJBD the Kabuto, Master Skippy the Surskit, Snoop Dogg the Yanma. This is a really good pull. We got Manjet J Flow the Larvitar. And then finally, we have Ashwell the Rhyhorn. This will be the last of my encounters, because this fills out every single TikTok follower and YouTube subscriber that I have. And I want to thank people for watching this series who've tuned in. I am sorry I couldn't use your Pokemon. If I didn't, I really tried to use as many as I could. And I really enjoyed this series, so whether I win or lose in Elite Four, this has been my favorite Nuzlocke I've done so far. So tune in for this Friday for the Elite Four, and I'll see you guys later.